All right, we're back. Quick commercial break. I actually had a commercial in there. Good commercial. All right, so it is AEP, Annual Election Period, or Open Enrollment Period, OEP. I still call it AEP. For the seniors out there, you really have to make a decision no later than Saturday, December 7th. Please don't wait till the end. It just would be foolish. All right, we're working 15-hour days. We'll find a way to make it work. We had like 6 people at the office at 6 o'clock last night. I got a couple up in the conference room, a few downstairs. Even sometimes they have to go in the kitchen. But you need to make a decision, so do it. All right, let's talk about the Timex situation. Timex. Love the Jacobys. Chris and Michael could not be more philanthropic. I really, from the bottom of my heart, think that family is outstanding. They are incredible. And I'm sure he made a decision that was good for the people. He doesn't do anything harmful, and Chris wouldn't allow that. So K1, as we call her at the museum, what an incredible family. So Timex has terminated the Aetna point-of-service plan that they had as their group retiree plan. The retirees paid $3,000 a year, $6,000 a couple, and they are being offered a $500 stipend to purchase either a Medicare supplement through United Healthcare or a Medicare Advantage. I thoroughly researched this yesterday for about an hour before I went on the airwaves, just to make sure. If you don't have me as your agent and you do have questions, now is the time to get me for free. 203-757-1320. Have the lines open. So Timex, great corporation. They made the Iron Man watch, which is really revolutionized into everything else. The Timex is just such a good American-made watch company. They have taken a proactive approach to probably watch the budget. Board of directors might have had something to do with this. So what they've done is they've partnered with United Healthcare. Now, please, if your doctor is sending you a letter saying we don't participate with United Healthcare, do not panic. You have an SEP, you have a special election period. You will be given time to find a new plan. The plan doesn't cease until February 14th. So in the middle of February is when you will lose your doctor. If you have a procedure that you need to have done, get it done before December 31st. But the physician isn't disenrolled or disinvited, whatever the technical terminology was, by United Healthcare. They won't be disenrolled or disinvited until February, so you have time. Also, don't panic. I've been doing this for 23 years. I've seen Anthem come out with a plan called the LPPO. It was so phenomenal. Any callers out there have it. You know exactly what I'm talking about, or any listeners. It was zero premium, zero on the first prescription. It was a one and done. 1 year it lasted. They just couldn't sustain the plan. Remember, an Advantage plan is being funded with CMS dollars to give it a zero monthly premium. The reason it's not called a supplement, the reason it's called an Advantage, is because you're giving up Medicare. So for those of you that have original Medicare and a Medicare supplement, you are not losing your physician. Did everyone hear me clearly? If you have original Medicare, which is the red, white, and blue card in your wallet, and you have a Medicare supplement, you are not losing your physician. The physicians who participate with Medicare must continue to take you. They can't discriminate against United Healthcare on a supplement. What they can do, if you have an Advantage plan, is not accept you as of the February date I told you. It's about a 50-50. Some clients are saying to me, well, I lost one doctor. It's a specialist. I don't see him that often. I feel United Healthcare is an excellent company. I'm going to continue to keep this company. Some clients have lost 3 or 4 physicians, and clients are saying, you know what, I have to be loyal to my doctors as well as the carrier. I'll maybe go back to United next year. I do not churn. I've never been a churner. Churning means you flip your book of business for a new commission every year. That's just not something we do. But if the physicians are out of your network and you need to go to another carrier such as Aetna or Connecticut, you will. In New Haven County, Anthem, A-N-T-H-E-M, has completely disenrolled their entire plan, which is called the MediBlue. the Medicare Advantage plan for New Haven County is no longer being offered as of 2014. So if any of you still have that plan and haven't been to one of my seminars or the office, make sure you make a decision and make it quickly, because you don't have much time. Time is running out. Today's the 27th of November. Larry was so gracious to have me on his show talking about the Connecticut Insurance Exchange. If anyone has any questions on that, call in 757-1320. All right. The power of insurance happened this morning. No names for HIPAA reasons. And Karen, you didn't even have to say your last name. I knew who you were. But try not to say your last name for HIPAA. We're super compliant. Producer Nick, I've even seen you edit it out of the YouTube, which is smart. But if you were at my office this morning, you would have seen me hug a man and a woman and hug them tight. The client bought said company, whether it be one of the products I sell, Aetna, Anthem, Connecticut, United Healthcare. It was an Advantage plan. I'm washing my wife's car on Saturday morning. Unfortunately, I don't really get a lot of breaks during this AEP, so I'm always with my phone. If you can see it here. It literally doesn't leave my arm length. So the phone's on me. I've got my overalls on. Just finished vacuuming the car. It's around 8:45, and my phone rings. A client calls up and said, we left the pulmonologist yesterday, and my husband had an MRI, and he has lung cancer. Well, lung cancer means chemo, means radiation, means possibly a lung transplant. So when I get those phone calls, I just said, I'm with you. I'll be here for you. I'll make time for you. Just come into the office. They came in during the week, this week, and it happened to be this morning, and we changed him, the man, to a Medicare supplement. Now, people always say, what if this was your mom? What if this was you? There is no finer product than the Medicare supplement. Plan J has been taken off the grid, so you cannot buy Plan J. Plan F, as in Frank Morrow or Fantastic, Fancy, any way you want to shape the F. F initial is the best Medicare supplement right now because it has every definition you're going to need. During annual election period, AEP, October 15th through December 7th, is the only time you can change your Part D. So the client purchased in October a Medicare Advantage plan. As soon as I heard the news, I said, no, we're going to the best of the best. They were in the office, and I wish them nothing but the best of luck. I'll pray for them. And, with medicine these days, they're keeping us alive a lot longer, so there's a very good chance this is going to be fine. They caught it early. And I didn't realize this, but you can actually repair a lung like you can repair a bubble that you blew with bubble gum. So you blow a nice one, and it pops. But if you catch it with just a little hole in it, or pizza dough. I've seen my pizza maker fix a pizza dough as he's flipping it. You literally go in there, you cut out the bad part, and you somehow graft. I would love for a pulmonologist to call in and tell me how to do this. But they're looking at grafting his lung, cutting out the cancerous section. And, of course, we spoke about the facilities. Columbia Presbyterian has an excellent one. Smilo Cancer Center in New Haven. We also have the Lever Center, which is outstanding. Good doctor. Dr. Bowen is always over there. He and his staff are incredible. They've saved thousands of lives. So anyway, that's why you would go to a supplement. When you hear the word lung cancer, it was just a no-brainer. You have to find a way to afford that. Typical supplement runs, it was $216.50. That's going up to $220 now. And the Part D is $37. It's going up to $40. Don't buy the stinky Part D. Don't buy the $15 one. People always say, well, I don't take any medicine. Right, but the first time you do, and it happens to be a brand name drug, you're going to spend $320 on the deductible. So have you ever heard of this funny thing called Lyme disease? It's extremely popular in Connecticut. I had a client on December 7th buy it. I was like, this is not a good policy. February something, I don't know, February 20th or whatever it was, she was walking in White Memorial Park, got stung by a tick, bit by a tick, stung. I think bees sting you, ticks bite you. But anyway, she now in March had the target and had thousands of dollars worth of drug coverage. I've seen this. I've been doing this. I'm not a rookie here. Larry said, how'd you learn so much? Kristen knows more than I do. So does Gene on the exchange. But I'm still good in the boardroom. I mean, I know what I'm talking about. I read my material. So what? I'm not a geek. I don't know how to click buttons and get a subsidy. But I know how to talk to an insurance carrier and get a renewal waived for an entire year during the highest rate increase. We'll never see bigger rate increases than we have coming. All right, so if I don't have any questions, I'm going to continue to ramble. You should have questions. This is Medicare season, and you always call during the summer because you have questions. But now that you are listening to me, you're probably bored of me by now. All right, one nice thing about an Advantage plan, if it's your first time on a Medicare Advantage plan, and the easiest way for you to know what product you have, do you pay $270, $250, or do you pay zero? Usually the word zero means Advantage plan, people. So if your premium's $99, usually that's an Advantage plan. But if it's your first time with an Advantage plan, you can actually switch. Dawn, brilliant work. My friend Dawn at the Agency on Aging really researched this, and I know most everything, but not everything. I do learn every day. So you can actually switch from your Advantage plan, if it's the first time with that, in the same year, back to original Medicare. Now, you purchase a product and you're unhappy with it and you want to get out of it. You can. The government will give you a window of time from January 1st through February 14th to get out of it. It's called Medicare Advantage Disenrollment Period, MADP. So what's that really mean? You got bamboozled. You enrolled. I heard people are enrolling at a Friendly's in Connecticut. First of all, Connecticut is a great company. Love Lisa O'Hara. Love Matt Gallagher. But don't enroll at a Friendly's. Where's the agent's office? Where's their staff? Agents now are selling Medicare because there's a $127 commission on it. You pay taxes. I mean, it's a good commission. You sell 10 a week. That's a good salary. So anyway, it's kind of caught on. It's become popular to get licensed. First of all, you have to take a pretty grueling test, which is called an AHIP. But anyway, somehow now more agents are doing it. And they're giving seminars at places like Friendly's. Do not buy at a Friendly's. I really don't even like people when they want to buy at my Cocoa Keys seminar. I had to the other day because it was my last seminar, but I don't like that at all. I love the intimacy of you coming into the office, me making copies, me going over every plan, being a broker, doing my due diligence. You're supposed to spend about an hour with a client. Check their prescriptions. Check the doctors. How can you do that at a Friendly's? We'll take a commercial break, and we'll probably play some music if that's what they want. I'll go over a little bit more at the end, Part D and stuff like that. But if there's no calls, I don't want to just talk. I know everyone's getting ready for Thanksgiving. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Have a commercial break and plug the sponsors.